Hello everyone, this is Darth Coonstyle on the brand new NovaTrails Patreon server. Last time you guys saw me, I was on the Zul'jin Patreon server, um, and I just want to take a few seconds to talk about that. Zul'jin has moved on to Ark, and unfortunately for us, that means no more Minecraft content. The server itself was fairly overloaded. There were some great builds on there, but there was a lot of redstone running constantly. And we kind of had outgrown it. I'm not sure exactly the specs on that server, but if you ever watched Doll's videos as well as mine, a lot of times there were some major lag issues. So after some discussion and a little bit of disagreement, but nothing major, we decided to move on, spread our wings, and fly, I guess. um, I want to thank Zul'jin, first of all, for bringing all of us together. All the Patreons that are on this server currently all started on the Z server, and we met some fantastically awesome people there. So thank you, Z, for bringing us together. And thank you for all the content that we all enjoyed. Now, that being said, what we do on this server is we all Patreon the lead admin, who's WC anyways, and he buys the biggest server that he can with the money we provide. So at this point, we are doing pretty well. There's quite a few people who decided to join with us. So we are now on the new server, and it's a 1.9 snapshot. I think it's 15W47C right now. We've gone through quite a few. So that being said, welcome to the new Nether Hub. I actually, and the server's like a week and a half old. We just named it yesterday, so that's the reason why I'm just now putting out a video. But this is the lower level of the Nether Hub. Kind of went for like a mall-like feel, but in each one of these four corners will be various rooms, like an enchanting room. We'll have our spawners room, probably a chicken cooker in one of them, and a banner hall for everyone. So that's what's on this level, and then in each cardinal direction, we will have paths going out to various parts of the Nether where we can get to people's bases. Probably use some type of minecart system if we can ever gather enough iron for it. And here's the upper half, and this is more devoted towards the quick travel between the four parts of the spawn town. This hub is situated at the exact center of where spawn town is, and we'll go there here in a moment. But it's not going to be an easy task. I'm not quite finished yet. These walls are very bland, and I want to add something to them, which is going to require glass. But my biggest problem is that the glass is to the south of us, because that's where our little desert that we want to destroy is. We did a lot of exploring here and there, so let's go out here and look at what I have to contend with. Now, keep in mind, we don't build in 1.9 or 1.8 even with up in the nether ceiling, because if you say have a portal at Y40 that you want to connect to, sometimes it might connect to one at Y1 or Y70 if you're all the way up in the ceiling, because it goes for the shortest distance. So this allows for more accurate tunnel placement, or I should say portal placement. So let's get my bow up. A lot of gas out here. Now, I don't know if they changed Mojang, if they changed the actual Nether generation, and it's a little troubling if they did, if anyone's converting their 1.7, or I'm sorry, 1.8 world to 1.9. But I've never seen caverns this huge. I don't know if it's a seed or if it's just important or change that they intended. Oh shoot. There you go. I already got returned to sender. But this is the biggest lava lake I've ever seen. I can't really see the other side. So I've been gearing up. I got a bunch of fire resist potions that I'm going to be carrying with me. I kind of came ill prepared. Uh, right now, was mining for such a long time. I kind of took them out of my inventory. But yeah, I'm trying to get geared up because I can't afford to take one gas hit and die. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. I like I said, when I first logged on the server, first thing I did was tore down a couple trees, dug a hole into the ground, and I mined and I mined and I mined. I think the first 3 days I probably spent like a full day in the first 3 or 4 days just mining diorite, andesite, any iron I could find, any diamonds I could actually find, which were fairly sparse surprisingly. But let's go ahead and here and pop through here real quick. And yeah, nothing really to look at much here. I mean, just some starter farms. We have some cookers over there, the chicken cooker, the cow cooker, um, a couple starter houses that people have built up. And yeah, it's just this is the spawn town. But keep in mind something: the over ooh, sheep. Um, Keep in mind where the in the Nether Hub, how you can see each of the portals very easily. Um, you can kind of see it off in the distance right over here. This is where the east tunnel is, and this is lined up in the 1 to 8 ratio. So um, there's one there. There's another one equal distance all the way over there, and one all the way over there. It provides us a huge area to build this spawn town, which we're actually planning out instead of just ad-libbing through it. Just I mean, if we figured we've already built together for quite a while, most of us on this server, and I think we're kind of along the lines of let's go ahead and plan it out instead of just plopping things down. So that's what we're gonna do. Sorry it took so long to put a video out in between, but and like I said, welcome to the NovaTrails server. I'm really loving it here so far. I'm seeing a lot of people on that I have not seen on the Z server for a very long time. And my thing is that I really hope that everyone is here is going to have fun. I know I am so far. Like I said, I've put a lot of time already into trying to make sure we have a proper Nether Hub. Um, and I can't wait to see some of the builds we're going to be building. I mean, we had some great builders on the Zul'jin server, and that's one of the things I got to say is that Z brought together some fantastic people, and I am sad to see him go as far as the Minecraft community. I mean, but hey, we still got his videos if we want to go back and see some of his awesomeness. So I'm going to go ahead and cut here. My goal is to go ahead and go dig out a little bit more cobble. I'm going to bring some chests over and start seeing if I can find the other side of this huge lava lake and not fall into the lava a few times. Um, which will probably actually end up happening. That's like gas spawning ground over there. It's ridiculous. Actually, quick thing before I cut, I would turn around and I was out there just building this little path. I had 4 gas all shooting at me at the same time at one point, and I'm just like, oh man. That's one of the reasons why I stopped there was because I wanted to make sure I had fire resist. I have very limited resources, and I didn't want to go losing my bow, which I was lucky and got Infinity, one of the other Patreons turned around and he was fishing and got it and was like, "You're building another. You need it more than I do." So he gave it to me. I was able to beef it up a little bit better, and as you can see, we have mending on it. One of our other Patreons on here is doing the whole villager breeder and trading things. So already got mending, which is fantastic, especially for a fortune pick. So yeah, I'll bring you guys back as soon as I get some of these resources brought out. What do I see? I see land. I didn't come out too much further yet. Turn around and have had to kill a few ghasts so far. I'm going to attempt to talk a little bit while I build. A little bit nerve-wracking, just looking straight down and seeing nothing but lava, but I've got my trusty fire resist potion, and I'm not too concerned about it. I made myself a little shack over there. So, yeah, I think this is still going to be a pain, but it looks like we can actually dig through some netherrack over on the other side, which will be a welcome change. This tunnel was kind of worrying because I was thinking that it was going to be like literally trying to go 300, 400 blocks with just cobblestone. And on top of that, I have to build an actual tunnel on top of this. So, um, one thing you can actually do, I'm a little brave doing this, but turning subtitles on in 1.9 is actually a really nice way of being able to tell where things are. Because, for example, if a ghast turns around and cries and he's to my right, there will be a little right arrow next to it, um, which I have been turning off for recording, but I've been using the hell out of this thing. Um, um, Quite a nice little feature. I mean, I understand it's for other purposes, but I could see it also for like UHC and PvP it actually being a very useful thing. I could see it being blocked if for you're not supposed to use it for UHC, but good lord, I I I I cannot believe how big this lava lake is. So I mean, just look every direction. But yeah, so gonna go ahead and cut here, try to get this build across, and I'll bring you back when I finally get it over. Well, looks like we actually found a wall. I actually went down there to survey how wide this is. It's a good clip because otherwise, what I was gonna do is I was going to go up and around the road. Straightness be damned. I was just going to turn around and like make a path with the actual formation. And I think I'm going to probably, except for the tunnels that are straight on, I think I'm going to go ahead and build with the terrain with a lot of this because it's having to do this in every direction for like 500 blocks is going to be problematic at best. Let's just say it like that. So yeah, we're getting towards the end, and I'm going to be able to dig out some here. Got some lovely quartz right here for me. Of course, I was just up there a minute ago trying to block that off, and I got attacked by two different ghasts at one time. It's like, of course, they picked the perfect moments. So yeah, I just want to show you guys actually, before I continue this, some of the interesting formations I've noticed. So if you come up here, it's a big cavern, right? I mean, it always has been. And there were always a few open areas, but then there's like caverns underneath that are directly connected. I've never seen this fast of a nether. It just blows my mind. Ooh, easy to get glowstone. I'll have to grab that. Um, but then over here, it's so multi-layered compared to what I'm used to. Like, I mean, I know it always kind of was, but nothing this fast. This is just, I mean, it looks awesome. Don't get me wrong. Just a little bit more difficult to build in. But yeah, if worst come to worst, and this may still be in the plan, I don't know. Because really, when you get down here, I can't really see very far. I don't know if they turn around and change the, where is it at? Yeah, there's a path. I don't know if they changed the actual render view. It just seems like maybe it's because I'm used to Optifine and I'm not using Optifine now. So, but it looks like this continues on for at least a fair bit. But then there's another lava lake back here. So I'm hoping that this stays low enough where that path will just go straight through. I mean, I don't mind building out a little bit if I have to. It's not a big deal if it's just a few blocks for a little while and then it goes back up into the ceiling. But um, like I said, I can go with the path a little bit more. I'm fine with that. It's just Just an interesting nether design, or like formation, I should say. So, but yeah, that's up where it's at. So it looks like I can go through for a while. And again, there's a lava lake underneath here, which is still pretty massive, but we'll see. I'm not overly concerned. Like I said, I haven't fallen off yet, knock on wood. Gotten quite a few gas kills already, so I'm not exactly sure how far out I'm going to go. I know there's a few numbers in particular that I would like to meet. One of them being where I think is around 800, and what we are at 375. So it's another 400 blocks. But it's, while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and grab this. But it's at least get a fair bit of ways, because what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to dig out, and we have a sea lantern fortress that one of my colleagues is building his base in, which will be awesome. But at the same time, he is at 400 in the in that direction in overworld. So when you start talking about 400 or 4,000, I should say, divide that by 8. Wait, no, that would be 500. Ooh, we're almost there actually. Never mind. I got a little lapse of being able to do math in my head. So yeah, I'll probably go ahead and get it out to where he's at and dig him a little tunnel, because I'm a good buddy like that. And we'll get that built. We'll get the tunnel built over to the desert. And I mean, I'm sorry for all the Patreons on the server for right now, but until everything gets perfected, I should say, until I get some more resources, because I am going to have to go digging some more for just diorite and andesite for my tunnel design. But I'm going to kind of, I mean, as long as people keep on moving on this path, they're not going to die. It's 5 wide, unless they are wearing absolutely no armor. Um, More than likely, they're going to survive at least one gas hit, anyways. But if they just keep running and know how to dodge, you'll at least be able to get from point A to point B, as opposed to having to walk in the overworld for Lord knows how long. I mean, 4,000 blocks is a long time to walk. Same thing towards a desert, it's like a 2,000 block walk. So yeah, I think this at least we'll get some places started off with. And figured might as well just grab all the quartz I see here on the surface, because hey, why not? I guess I get a little perk for building over a lava lake, anyways. I'll probably actually end up giving some of this to Patreon Cerberus. He's gonna be making this awesome looking build. I don't know if I'll give it to him. I might sell it to him though. See how many diamonds you have, sir. So, go ahead and cut real quick. I'll let you know when I'm to the point where I need to be. I kind of need my second monitor. Ooh, shoot. Yeah. Come on. Where are you at? You started it. You want to fight? Darth is here for a fight. Seriously? Ugh. Drives me nuts when they do that. It's like, oh, I'm heading in this direction, then let me juke you. I gotta love it. Anyways, silk touch. There we go. Pick all this up real quick. Eat, and I'll bring you back here in a couple minutes. So we're about done with this episode. Unfortunately, I'm running out of time, so figured I'd give you one quick glance at what's going on here. There's a few more portals or areas for portals I am going to have to put in, and I am going to do them as I build the tunnel down this way, because at this point, yeah. So we actually have a witch hut, which will be somewhere over in there. I'm not sure if it's the quad one they were talking about. Also, there's a mesa biome. I think it's a little bit further down, like over here. And again, it'll be over that direction. In fact, I might actually make the tunnel this way and then back over the lava lake, because it's just Trying to build a chamber room over lava lakes probably not going to be too fun. Then it goes into the wall, and there's a few parts where this pops out, but there's actually I brought these so I can label them. So desert, and I haven't put all the portals in yet, but yeah, it's on my to-do list. I might get it done today off camera. Um, and then you keep on going down, going down, going down. Opens up. It's actually kind of cool. I think I'm going to go ahead and put windows in on the any place where this opens up. So I think that'll look cool. Um, and then let's see here. I think once we get down to about 503, which is about what 480 blocks down, this will be Kelator's base. He's already building there, and we'll just go ahead and put this in. And I will get with these people and set up a portal for them, or make sure it corresponds correctly. And then all the way down here, another 120 blocks, is actually WCA's. It's going to be a guardian farm. So, and I pretty much terminated the tunnel here. I figured, hey, who cares at this point? If anyone builds out any further, they can continue the tunnel. That's assuming I build it down this far. So yeah, job well done today. Took a lot more time than it might appear on camera. And mainly because you're having to dig everything out. You got lava popping out at you constantly, and stuff like that. So it's just one of those. Let's see, one, two, three. We'll go like this. So we can go ahead and close this a little bit so he's not getting shot at constantly. Can I get that? Close enough. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much a job well done for today. Got a lot done. And like I said, it's slow, tedious work a lot of times when you're doing this, especially like I said when you're not on camera. And like there's a lot of clips I actually started to record because I was fighting ghasts and almost dying and everything else. So, but I'll probably go ahead and I don't know if a few of them will be in there or not, but if so, hopefully you liked them. So this is Darth Coon Style, and I'm going to go ahead and say bye to you now. So I hope you enjoyed the first episode on the new NovaTrails server, and we'll be bringing more episodes out, probably 2, maybe 3 a week. And I can't wait to share my experiences with you. So hope you guys have a great day, and bye.